Did you know that your body heals emotional wounds using the same rules it uses to heal physical ones? Not metaphorically, biologically. The processes that repair broken bones, rebuild muscle, and stabilize damaged connective tissue are driven by the same adaptive systems that reshape identity, resilience, and emotional capacity after trauma. Once you understand how tissue heals, psychological healing stops feeling mysterious and starts making sense. Let's start with bone. When a bone breaks, the body doesn't simply reconnect the pieces. It temporarily overbuilds the repair. Osteoblasts, little specialized cells, create a hardened structure around the fracture, forming what is called a callus. Over time, that excess material remodels itself along the lines of pressure and movement. If healing happens under the right conditions, proper alignment, stability, gradual reloading, the fracture site can actually become stronger than it was before. But this only works when stress returns slowly and safely. Too much pressure too soon and the bone breaks again. Too little use and it weakens. Psychological fractures follow the same rules. Experiences like grief, betrayal, or identity collapse can create genuine resilience, but only when disruption is followed by stability and meaning. Trauma alone doesn't make people stronger. Integrated trauma does. An emotional injury that never fully integrates behaves like a poorly healed fracture. Functional on the surface, but carrying tension and vulnerability underneath. Now let's look at muscle. Muscle grows through controlled damage. Physical effort creates microscopic tears in muscle fibers. During recovery, repair cells rebuild those fibers thicker and stronger than before. The growth doesn't occur during exertion, it happens during rest. Without recovery, muscle deteriorates instead of growing. Without challenge, it atrophies. Human emotional capacity develops the same way. Resilience forms when stress is followed by regulation, when conflict is followed by repair, when activation is followed by safety. This is why effective therapy introduces difficult material gradually. It's called exposure therapy. It's why healthy relationships are defined not by the absence of conflict, but by successful repair afterwards. Many high-achieving people believe constant strain equals growth. Biology says otherwise. Then there's the connective tissue, ligaments and tendons, which teach perhaps the most honest lesson. These tissues heal slowly and often incompletely because they receive limited blood supply. Repair typically replaces original tissue with scar tissue and restores stability but reduces flexibility. Function returns, but vulnerability remains. Psychologically, this mirrors attachment injuries. Early experiences of abandonment, unpredictability, or chronic emotional insecurity. Healing is absolutely possible, but it rarely means returning to untouched openness. There's nothing in nature that returns to its original form. It rebuilds with what it has. Instead, people develop boundaries, awareness, discernment, and intentional relational skills. You don't become unwounded, you become informed. Scar tissue in both body and psyche trades flexibility for protection, and that trade is not failure, it's adaptive intelligence. Across bone, muscle, and connective tissue, one biological principle repeats itself. Stress must be followed by safety for adaptation to occur. Without stress, systems weaken. Without safety, systems traumatize. Your brain changes using this same cycle. Psychological healing moves through disruption, emotional inflammation, reconstruction, and gradual remodeling into new ways of perceiving and responding to the world. Titration and calibration. Healing is not a return to who you were before. Nature rarely restores the past. It builds the next structure capable of carrying present reality. And here's the part often left out of motivational narratives. Not all damage makes us stronger. Some injuries permanently change capacity. Biology does not promise transcendence. It offers adaptation. Maturity comes from recognizing which parts of you become reinforced like bone, and which grow through challenge like muscle, and which require lifelong stewardship like connective tissue. Real healing isn't about becoming untouched again. It's about becoming structurally honest, reorganized in ways that allow you to carry more life without breaking. Can you carry what is happening around you without collapsing? Because healing at its deepest level isn't restoration. It's evolution happening inside a living system. That's what I have. I hope that helps. I love you.